Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be grilling some burgers in my gravity-fed grill. Stay tuned. For this episode of my channel, I wanted to see how long it takes from start to finish to grill some burgers on my gravity-fed smoker slash grill. We're gonna start the timer once the fire starter starts, and then we'll go from there. .340 is when the fire starter caught on. And now we're gonna give it some time and we'll go from here. All right, we're looking at 5 minutes in, 3:45. It's starting to, but my fire starter is still going strong, so I'm gonna give it a couple more minutes. We're 10 minutes into it. I wanted to give you a little sneak peek of what's going on in here. My fire starter finally went out about a minute ago, so it takes about 9 minutes. So it's a good source of heat. As you can see, all my charcoal is starting to light up. You see, I made a modification. If you want to see what that modification is, I have videos on it, but what that does is that helps to keep most of that charcoal up there instead of falling through the grates. So if you're interested, check out my channel. But at this time, the next step here is to remove the dampers. There's 2 of them. You got to remove them. I'm going to close the top hatch. I'm going to close the bottom hatch. And we're going to turn this puppy on. So when you're going to grill burgers, the perfect temperature to grill burgers is 375 to 400. So I'm just going to turn this baby on. And I'm going to click on the temperature. And I'm going to stay at 375. Right there. You hear the fan kicking in. Very important that you do remove those dampers that I told you on the side. That's what's going to start drawing the smoke in. One other thing to keep in mind, here in Texas, we did get a little bit of a cold front coming through. It is about 37 to 40 degrees outside, so that probably will increase the time it's going to take for it to hit the 375. But as you can tell, it's only been 30-40 seconds and my temperature is reading 273, 278 already. So I think we're in good shape. All right, so we look at our time. You're looking at let me turn this on. 3:55. So about 3 minutes, 3-4 minutes into it, and my my temperature has already been met. Look, using the app as well. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to open it up and clean it up so we can go ahead and start our hamburger smoke. Up to now, it's been 15 minutes total since we started. So from start, lighting up, to the grill being ready to go, 15 minutes. That's not a bad time right there. It's a good little time. What's happening right now is because I opened up the lid, it's telling me that it's not hot enough, so it's sucking in more and more of that heat, which is good. Alright, and I know some of you are going to hate on frozen patties, but I have videos where I make patties. This was just a real quick, how fast can we get these done? So if you want a patty that you can make on your own, I have a video on that. Check out my videos there. Right now I'm just going to lay these. That sizzle tells me that the grill is nice and hot. I'm just going to lay these here and start cooking them. What I'm going to do is I'm going to run these babies for about 5 minutes more or less until they start to soften up a little bit, and then I'll go ahead and I'll put my seasoning. But for now, just lay them on the grill and close it. Let this gravity-fed smoker do its thing. Alright, so we're looking at 7 minutes after I put them in, which is 25 minutes total cook time right now. I'm going to open this up to see if they're good enough to accept the seasoning. So they're starting to soften up a little bit. Notice how they were frozen, and now I'm able to push down a little bit on it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add my homemade rub. Now I do have a video on this. If you want to know how to make this rub, it's a nice little rub for pretty much anything. Brisket, chicken, hamburgers, whatever you want. It's almost like a seasonal. I have a video on that. If you're interested, please click on the link, or I'll put up the link so you guys can click on it. But for right now what I'm going to be looking at is I'm going to use this temperature probe, and I am going to stick it into probably this one right here, right in the middle. I'm going to be looking for a temperature. No, not this one, because I'm going to close the door there. I'm looking for a temperature of about 160 to about 165 internal temp. Fahrenheit, 160 to 165 internal temp. So if you're looking at the time right now, it's only been about 26 minutes total from lighting it to actually getting to this point. Right now it's reading, the temperature is giving me a reading of, well, that's the internal temp of 389, 137 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, so we're looking for 160 to 165, and we can pull these babies out. All right, so we're at 410, which is what, 30 minutes in. I'm gonna open this baby up. It does say that my meat patty has hit 166. Technically they're done, but I like to flip them over at least once. So let's see what these babies look like. Son of a biscuit, it's hot. All right, I'm gonna flip these over once. I don't like to flip these burgers over too many times. Look, that's a telltale sign right there. Do you see the white? It's not red anymore. The blood's not coming out. That tells you they're pretty much done. But I like to flip them over once to get that grill marks on the other side. What you want to do with these hamburgers is you don't want to be flipping them every 2 or 3 minutes. You want to try to leave that grill mark there on the first turn. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to check the internal temp of this one right here. That one's at about 124, so we're going to go ahead and close it up again. So the time is 4:15, which means 35 minutes into it. I did change it to another patty, and the internal temp was a little bit lower, 160. So you just kind of have to check all your patties, because the grill is not going to be the same heat throughout the whole grill. You have to make sure you know where you're at. So we're going to open this up. This time I got smart. I got a glove here that I'm going to use to check the temperature, because these things are hot. Oh, the internal temp of these patties. 159. See what this one is reading. 159, consistent. This one looks a little bit more done. Let's see. 166. How about this one here? 168. This one looks a little bit, needs more time. 153. All right, so like these that are ready, you don't want to pull them out and let them get cold, but what you can do here at this point is put them on your cooling rack on top and let them just kind of chill there for a little bit. Move these around, maybe move this one up. Kind of tells me that this area here is a little bit more not as hot, so we got to make sure we get them done. All right, so you're looking at 420, which means it was what, 40 minutes total. All of my meat patties have hit temp, or the temperature I needed. And just so you know for sure when you start seeing that little white little bubbling up on there, it'll tell you that they're very well done. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull these out and enjoy them. So a total cooking time from start to finish, I'm talking about when I lit up the charcoal starter, turn this baby off. When I lit up the charcoal starter to the time my hamburgers came out, you're talking about a total of 40 minutes. Normally, it'll take me at least 30 to 40 minutes just to get my charcoal ready to go, just to put these babies on the grill. Good time saver, but now I'm gonna pull these out. I'm gonna close a damper, turn off my grill here, and enjoy.